Hello, hi. Welcome to the third quarterfinal. We had two very different quarterfinals so far. The first quarterfinal was probably the closest quarterfinal we've ever had, where all the four contestants were neck to neck throughout the quiz. And then we had the second quarterfinal, where I think Rohan scored the highest score ever in a quizzing quarterfinal. So, and very much looking forward to this quarterfinal, where it's one of those quarterfinals where all four of them have been here. So it's one of those like very home ground kind of a quarterfinal. So a lot of fun expected. Okay, let's start quarterfinal three. Our first contestant is someone who was here earlier in the sports in the cricket and football edition and had a wonderful last edition where he was semi-finalist. Give it up for Azim.
Hello, hi, what is up?
Hi, welcome Azim. So glad to have you back. With that, we go to Dev Devaya, who has been a finalist in the last edition that you guys saw in the India quiz. Give it up for Devaya.
What's up?
Hi, Dev.
Thanks for having me. Hey, Azim. Hey, KV.
Hey.
Hi, Dave. Hi. Third, someone who's been a finalist several times earlier. He's always been in general quiz. I think this is the first time he's going for a themed edition in Music and Entertainment Literature Arts Mela edition. Give it up for Kanan Gill.
Kanan, you're on mute. Oh, shit.
Good to be here. Nice. Pleasure.
Wow, the postwork on that is fantastic, actually. Like,
I object. Wow. Actually, let's call Prashasti and my objection to the name of this quiz, I will say.
Okay. Yeah, we already know who the fourth contestant is. She was here earlier in a movies edition. Also an ex-semi-finalist and one of my favorite contestants of all time. Give it up for Prashasti Singh.
Hello. Thank you, guys. Yeah, Kanan, please say what.
Yes, Kanan, please go ahead.
I don't know, man. There's many ways to arrange the letters in an acronym. Mela is a reach, I feel, to reference the movie Mela. Otherwise, very easily, it's also lame quiz, meal quiz, male quiz. The possibilities are actually only about 5, but
True. True. That is true.
If you'd said, can you come for lame quiz, I would have been there already.
Did you pick Mela over general only so you could do this, Kanan?
I think he has a whole 30-minute set written on this. Like,
no problem. If you allow me to share my screen.
Okay. All the best, Azim, Dev, Kanan, Prashti. First question is to Azim. In 1954, after 21 rejections, X published his first and most acclaimed novel, Why? So we are talking about the author and his book. The novel told the gripping story of a group of adolescent boys stranded on a deserted island after a plane wreck. Why explored the savage side of human nature as the boys, let loose from the constraints of society, brutally turned against one another in the face of an imagined enemy. Riddled with symbolism, the book set the tone for X's future work, in which he continued to examine man's internal struggle with good and evil. Since its publication, the novel has been widely regarded as a classic, worthy of in-depth analysis and discussion in classrooms around the world. Tell me the author and the book.
I think I know this, but I also don't.
I'm just realizing I know either name of book or author, but never both.
Correct.
I feel like riddled with symbolism is a little extra as a description. Say, can't get. There's too much symbolism. What is the plot?
Yeah, you imagine a wall, uske piche bullets of symbolism.
Symbolism. Each one is actually in the shape of a flower, which means the destruction is also chaotic, but it also gives life to something new.
Yeah.
Who's the guy who wrote it? Yeah, I don't know the name of the book, but I think I know the author.
Mm-hmm. There are part points for both author and book.
Is the author Stanley Kubrick?
No. Any guesses on the book?
Then it was the well, no, deserted island on plane wreck. I have no idea.
Sure. Going to Dev.
Is it Catch-22, Joseph Keller?
No. Going to Kanan.
The book is Lord of the Flies, but I don't know the author.
Okay, Lord of the Flies is
It's
correct.
if you can allow me, it's in my bookshelf over there. I don't know if is that allowed. If I can
No,
reach
no.
into my bookshelf, it's
As
right.
long as our
it's
hands are
right
visible,
there.
Kanan.
Yeah.
Can I tell? Can I? Alright, fuck it.
Just
Yeah,
put one of your virtual backgrounds. Then nobody will know the difference.
It's Lord of the Flies. I don't know the author.
Yeah, that is correct. I'm giving 5.
Hmm.
We'll see the split, but yeah, part points to Kanan. Going to Prashasti only for the author. So now we know the book.
Thanks. I do. Okay, I'll take name of some author. Is it Frederick Nietzsche?
No. No. Okay, we'll take one quick round just to check. Otherwise, I'll give 5 to Kanan and close it because there's no point giving extra hint. Biggest hint is author of Lord of the Flies. So we'll just take quick round in case someone cracks it. Starting with Azim.
George Orwell, YOLO.
No, not Orwell. Dave.
Pass.
Kanan, do you wanna take a shot?
I feel like his last name is something with G, but I can only think of Ellie Goulding. It's a name that's somewhat like Ellie Goulding, but I can't get anywhere closer. It's an E and a G. Edward Goldsmith. I don't know.
Okay, Prashti, one more try.
With some Fitzgeralds.
No. Okay, I'm giving 5 to Kanan for Lord of the Flies. Kanan was actually very close when he said
E-Energy.
yeah. So I'll give 6 to Kanan just for that. Okay.
E and a G.
6 to Kanan.
This
no,
is the
actually,
ultimate part points. You get
KG gets
one letter, you get points.
No, you did. No. Only reason I gave you 1 is you actually said the surname, not just the G.
Oh.
You did say Golding
Oh,
while you were rambling.
Oh shit!
The
I was like,
answer
it
is
can't
William.
be. What an absurd
Yeah,
thing to think.
yeah.
Okay.
If you had said your final answer as only Golding, I would have given you 7 or 7.5.
Can we pretend that I did?
But you then went to Goldsmith, etc. But fair enough. 6 points to Kanan. Lord of the Flies and William Golding is what we were talking about. Which means next direct will be to Prashasti because Kanan got 6. Prashasti, we are talking about an artist, okay, called Jackson Pollock. He was an influential American painter and a major figure in the abstract expressionist movement. Okay, you can see the photo also. That his photo is also a hint. He's well known for his uniquely defined style of drip painting. Okay, that's how he used to paint, as you see in the image. In 1956, Time magazine dubbed Pollock with a nickname, like a 3-word nickname, dash, 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 as a result of his unique painting style. So because of his unique painting style of using drip painting as his style, Time magazine gave him a certain nickname. Now that nickname was a reference to another guy. So let's look at the other guy. The guy was a very much feared person from late 19th century London. Okay. Basis all these clues, what do you think is the 3-word nickname that Jackson Pollock was given?
Is it Jack the Dripper?
What a great crack.
Oh,
10
beautiful.
points
Wow.
to Prashasti. It is Jack the Dripper. Okay.
नॉलेज नहीं
Superb.
IQ तो है मेरे पास देखो है chat
Yeah.
Prashasti, you
Dripper,
actually kind of deduced this or what? Like as a right now? How did you know it?
I mean,
Yeah,
Jack the Ripper
but-
seemed obvious.
It's a
Jack the,
testament to the wording of the question. It's so well put.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Thanks.
yeah,
Very
I had
good.
no
It
idea
helps.
about the painter at all, but
Oh, wow.
like
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
So yeah, anyone, I keep
Oh,
saying this in every
what an
edition. The
answer.
audience, whoever is watching, this is how quizzing happens. This is what makes me so happy. Like even if you don't know anything about it, there is 3 words. There's a
Yeah.
feared person from London, drip painting. His name is Jackson Pollock, and hence Jack
Beautiful.
the Dripper.
Great question.
What a
Great.
great crack.
Amazing answer.
Superb. 10 points there to Prashasti, and I go to Azim
tiring.
now.
You'll win right now.
Azim, another workoutable question. Johnny Cage is a fictional character from the Mortal Kombat game series. He was introduced as the first of the series' original 7 players characters in the first Mortal Kombat game and has now become a staple of the series. Cage is a cocky movie star who provides the comic foil to the franchisee and its initials and personal style resemble X, certain other guy. Now, hint about the other guy. X's iconic split-legged groin punch from one of his movies is also included as one of Kate's special moves, as you can see in the image. Just tell me X. Who's the inspiration behind this character?
If I had spent less time playing the game and researching random trivia.
I was playing 10 minutes ago. Like literally.
It's the comic.
So his fun trivia is like if you do his special move in Mortal Kombat, at least I think 11, he takes out a trophy for best actor and beats the other person with it.
Yeah, I'll pass. I will feel very stupid when somebody answers it. But
Okay.
pass.
Yep.
Passing to Dev.
Okay. Is it Jean-Claude Van Damme?
Yeah, what a great track. Yes.
Okay.
He's the only guy I know who can do
It is
Yeah.
the split groin which keeps.
Ah.
Great.
So glad I wrote Jim Carrey very proudly.
Jean-Claude Van Damme.
Ah, god damn it.
His famous split groin. I remember a few years back, his Volvo ad had come where he was.
Correct.
Yeah,
between two
holy
Volvo
shit.
trucks.
Hmm.
Yeah. 10 points to Dev. Okay, going to Kanan now. Kanan, story from closer home. Talking about a guy, he took a job with BEST as a bus conductor in Bombay. While thus employed, he continued to nurture his desire to work in films and entertained his passengers with amusing routines, hoping that he would at some point be spotted by someone with connection to the movie industry. His wish came true. Although the details are unclear, Balraj Sahni saw him perhaps on a bus or perhaps while he was amusing the cast of Halchal, a film for which he had obtained a bit part, with an extemporized routine as a drunk. Okay. Sahni, who sources say was either at that time writing the script for Bazi or acting in Halchal, told him to demonstrate his drunkard act to X. So, second guy that you need to identify. From that meeting, he gained, like the guy who was a bus conductor, he gained a role in the movie Bazi. The other guy, X, gave him the name of Y as a reference to the brand of whiskey when he was inspired by his display in the role of a drunkard. So one guy amusing people in buses, hoping to be spotted by someone famous, finally gets spotted, meets another famous guy. The famous guy gives him a role in his movie Bazi and also gives him a new name, which is a reference to a brand of whiskey. Identify
Man.
these two individuals.
Oh, fuck, man. Okay, so why is Johnny Walker? That
Yes,
I know.
why is Johnny
Yeah.
Walker? That is correct.
X, I have no idea. So you say X's movie, you mean X is the producer of the movie? Can you clarify if X is a director of the movie, X is an actor in the movie?
Actor would be a good track to go for
Okay.
all four of you.
I'm playing this like a KBC style. You know, back in the day when people used to play KBC, they used to say A, and he would sometimes say, "Are you sure?" He's like, "Oh, so it's not A." I have no idea. I'm going to say Amitabh Bachchan.
Not Amitabh Bachchan. Prashti, I'm going only for X.
Is it Guru Dutt?
It is Guru Dutt. Guru Dutt, Johnny Walker, the famous combination.
Crazy.
Guru Dutt's movie
Yes, I
Bazi.
studied.
And Guru Dutt also produced and directed, and that's why I couldn't, like I told you, like, but most people might know him as an actor. Okay, so Guru Dutt and Johnny Walker. I have to give 6 to Prashti and 4 to Kanan because Johnny Walker was the easier of the two.
Hmm.
So
Alright.
4 to Kanan and 6 to Prashasti. Johnny Walker, his original name was Badruddin Kiazi or something, but he got later changed to Johnny Walker. Okay, 6 to Prashti will be Azim's direct. Azim, we stay with India. Okay.
Oh my god.
According to most popular legends, born as Bajnath Mishra, okay, he was a Dhrupad musician from medieval India, student of Swami Haridas, and was one of the court musicians of Man Singh Tomar of Gwalior or later Gwalior. X, another famous disciple of Swami Haridas, had heard Mishra's praise from his teacher. He asked his own patron, Raja Ramchandra Baghela of Rewa, to organize a musical contest in the hope that Mishra would come to this contest to salvage his reputation. Mishra came to the contest and performed extraordinary feats, such as hypnotizing deer through his rendering of Rag Mriganjani, melting a stone slab through Rag Malkos. X recognized him and embraced him. Okay, not looking for X. We are looking for how do we better know Bajnath Mishra. Okay, another reason why we know Bajnath Mishra is because in 1952 Hindi film directed by Vijay Bhatt was named after this guy. It's his story. How do we better know Bajnath Mishra? I might give 1 or 2 part points for X also, but X is fairly easy and obvious. So we are looking
Oh, it is. Okay.
Bajnath Mishra.
Yeah.
I mean, comparatively.
Obvious, you say, KV.
No, Azim, no. Comparatively.
Just nothing. There's nothing even close I can like assemble. Be like, oh yeah, this is in that era. Just like, oh, it's probably black and white. That's that also I'm
Yeah,
saying.
I don't know.
Who knows?
I am going to say it is Pan Singh Tomar.
Okay,
No
not Pan
clue.
Singh Tomar. Going to Dev.
Tansen.
Yeah, Tansen is X.
What?
That's correct. So
Oh.
I'll give you some points for.
Oh my
Tansen.
God.
But we are talking about certain competition between Tansen and someone who was actually shown in this movie. I'm looking for how do we better know Bajnath Mishra.
Who's a guy he battles like all the time? The tribal. Some Rathor. No.
No, not Rathor. Kanan?
Nope.
Okay.
No.
Prashant.
Oh damn. तो ये मूवी का नाम है बैजनाथ जी का जो पॉपुलर नाम है वो सेम है बेसिकली
100%. Yes. मूवी का जो नाम है वो बैजनाथ मिश्रा को जिस नाम से हम ज्यादा लोग जानते हैं मूवी का नाम सेम.
तानसेन give me 1 minute.
Have you guys ever used facial mist? It's one of those. It's very alarming product. It's like being lightly waterboarded, but with lavender scent.
But isn't it
doing a brand
actually...
integration also?
Guys, if you can, go out and purchase Kama Ayurveda's lavender mist. You will find that you are being lightly waterboarded. You know, I'm actually a little concerned about how much I shit on products because I was like, people have had a problem with this in the past. You know, we've got strongly worded letters, which is exactly what do you mean by claiming this car is your merchandise?
Mercedes.
No, Mercedes was cool. Is the other company. Luckily, Gulfstream have not yet noticed that I said the G6 was actually collaboration. I was actually the G. Otherwise, it doesn't make sense.
Okay,
I
Prashant.
don't know.
Okay, cool. So we'll take one more round for this. There's no way giving more hints about his achievement, etc., because we'll not get it through there. So I'll do the classic initial thing. Okay, so the answer we are looking for is BB. BB, just like Breaking Bad. Okay, BB. We'll take a quick round. Otherwise, we'll close.
Okay.
Oh, even now, I feel so sad.
Is it mine?
Yes, Azim.
Okay. Bade Bhaiya.
Not Bade Bhaiya. Dev.
Bridge. Something. No.
Okay,
Us.
Kanan.
Is Backstreet's back? is it Bhuvan Bam? That's my final answer.
No.
Oh,
not,
shit.
Prashti.
I feel very stupid. इनको आता होगा नहीं आ रहा है अभी. PB is Baki Bihari.
No. Okay, no problem. Closing. This is the answer is Baju Babra. Okay.
Oh, no chance.
So Bajnath basically became Baju, and Baju Babra is also a classic movie. A lot of Hindi bhajans.
Of course, yeah.
Man Tadpat, all those songs are from.
Yeah, I have it
Yeah,
on Blu-ray. Yeah.
Know it very well. Yeah.
Yeah. Yes, but I'm giving part points to Dev, like promised, for Tansen. Okay, so giving 2 to Dev for Tansen, and 2 points. That's it. Which means next direct will be to Kanan. We stay with Indian classical.
Oh God.
Okay, this is a vocal form of Hindustani music. Again, we are looking for one word answer. Okay.
Yes.
Vocal form in Hindustani music said to have been developed by Amir Khusro. Probably best represents the vocalist's urge to move away from song text into the realm of instrumental music. Okay, so when the vocalist is singing, he's singing words, right? Sometimes the urge is to move from there and move to words that sound like instrument. Okay, that's why it uses syllables like dere, na, dim, tana, and
Right,
pakhavat
right.
syllables. Okay, there are certain words and syllables that they also take from Persian and Arabic phonemes. For example,
Mhm.
Odani, Todani, Tadim, Yalali. Okay.
Hmm.
So what is the one word that we are looking for, which refers to this form in Hindustani music? One extra hint is that it's also the name of a 1951 Dilip Kumar Madhubala film. What word are we looking for here?
Wow. Just wow. It is a vocal form in Hindustani music. All right.
Where they usually move away from words and go to such syllables like dere, na,
Right.
di, tana.
It's I don't know, dude. It's Jugalbandi.
Not Jugalbandi, Prashti.
I think this is my worst performance in a quiz. I blame this face mist singularly.
Dilip Kumar Madhubala film is also there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's the giveaway.
Let me think. Wait.
Yeah, this
Like,
is
if you
Kanan's
don't know-
strategy. Like he just distracts you while you're already blanking out.
Dude, that movie. Remember? Dude. Picnic. There's many songs. There's a background. Most of it is shot on a set, but it looks like it's outside. You understand? Really long shots. One takes because of the technology of the era.
Oh
Yes,
God.
that's exactly what I'm doing.
I
What is
know,
the
I
word
know
used?
it.
Yeah. Oh, the danani, danani, danani.
I can sing it, but किसी को point मिलेंगे क्या?
Nahi,
Is it Yalgar?
not Yalgar. Going to Azim,
Is it Harkat?
not Harkat. Dev, good guess. Okay, passing. We'll take one quick round, just like Ala Bibi. We'll do the word starts with T. Okay, T for Tata. Okay, so think of in this zone of Hindustani music and words associated with music. What word can you think of that starts with T?
Is it Tigrita?
Damn it, that was my answer.
I don't know. It's
Okay,
Tamasha.
Kanan,
I don't know.
not Tamasha. Going to Prashti.
It's Tarannum.
Can you improve your answer?
Okay, all right. Tarana.
Tarana is correct.
Ah.
5 points there for Prashti.
I want to stand up.
course.
Looking at Tarana. Tarana.
course.
Tarana is correct. 5 points to Prashasti. And we now go to Azim.
Yeah, Devaya, get ready
Azim.
for your question.
Azim, this is a 53 episode Indian historical drama that covers a 5,000-year history of India from its beginnings to independence from the British in 1947. The drama was written, directed, and produced by Shyam Benegal with cinematographer V.K. Murthy in 1988 for state-owned Doordarshan. Shama Zadi co-wrote the script. Its cast included Om Puri, Roshan Seth, Tom Alter, and Sadashiv Amrapurkar. Which famous book is this show based on?
Mahabharat.
Not Mahabharat. Dev?
Freedom at Midnight.
No, not Freedom at Midnight. Kanan?
No idea, dude.
Okay. Prashasti?
A Passage to India.
Not A Passage to India. We'll take one more round, starting with Azim. The hint is the show was called Bharat Ek Khoj. Okay. So now tell me what the book might be called.
The Quest for India.
Not The Quest for India. Dev?
The Search for India.
Kanan?
India. The Search. That was
Kanan
my
is
real. Yes,
okay.
yes.
Okay. Prashasti?
The Discovery of India.
Discovery of India by Jawaharlal Nehru.
God.
Of course.
I knew it was
God.
a Nehru book.
Oh, shit.
I'm on a roll.
Oh,
Guys, I've been meditating
Oh,
for
idiot.
1
Guys,
month now.
don't I get
Oh
2
my
points
God.
for off India?
No.
Can I get 5 white-based points?
The
Just for
discovery
vibes.
of India by
Oh,
Jawaharlal Nehru is the correct
God.
answer. 5 points to Prashti. And we come back to Azim now. Azim,
Devaya, get ready.
when the police
Kannan
arrived,
pressure.
when the police arrived at the scene of John Lennon's murder, they found 25-year-old Mark David Chapman reading aloud from X. So X is a book. He had bought a copy of the book, his favorite book, en route to murder John Lennon. In it, he wrote, "This is my statement," and signed as the main character, like the main character of the book. The next year, police found a copy of the same book at the home of John Hinckley Jr. after he attempted to assassinate Ronald Reagan. Okay, which book are we talking about?
I didn't know he bought it en route. I always
Yeah.
thought he was inspired by the book. But yeah, I
Yeah.
didn't fucking read it.
Yeah, no,
That is your problem.
he must have read it inspired, but maybe he bought a new copy because
Oh,
know,
he didn't want to waste his old copy, you know.
yeah, maybe.
He had his notes on it.
Yeah, didn't want to give
Underline.
too many clues.
Yeah, no, fair.
Is it Mein Kampf?
Not Mein Kampf. Dev,
Catcher in the Rye.
Catcher in the Rye. it is.
Catcher in
10
the Rye.
points.
Oh, god damn it.
10 points to Dev. It is Catcher in the Rye. Catcher in the Rye was the book that was with Chapman. Dev gets 10 points. Okay, let's take a quick look at the score before we start the second half. Azim is yet to start scoring.
Yeah.
Dev got 10 for Jean-Claude Van Damme. He got 2 points for Tansen. Also got 10 for Catcher in the Rye. So Dev is on 22. Kannan got 6 for Lord of the Flies and William Golding. He also got 4 for Johnny Walker. So Kannan is on 10. And right now, leading the quiz with 26 is Prashasti with 10 points for Jack the Dripper, 6 points for John Guru Dutt, 5 each for Discovery of India and Tarana.
I give myself a standing applause, guys.
Well
second half-
deserved. You know, well
Yeah.
deserved.
Well deserved.
Standing
The
ovation.
Some people have said from these quizzes there's nothing to fear also.
Second half, the order will reverse in fee bounds. Prashasti, Kannan, Dev, Azim. Okay. The first question is to Prashasti of the second half. A large number of females protested in Argentina in July 2018 against the anti-abortion laws in the nation, where complications arising from illegal abortion are a leading cause of maternal death. The same was done by women in Ireland when they came to the streets for the same reason. In many parts of the world, women's rights campaigners, particularly those concerned with reproductive rights and abortion, have embraced the same symbolisms. The question is, what were the protesters dressed as? Okay, again, this is a Mela quiz, so think of some Mela reference somewhere.
So this is something that is, of course, it's a global symbol of something because of something cultural.
So it has become really popular all over the world. So what they were dressed as is a reference to something from the world of music, entertainment, literature, or arts.
Okay.
And of course, we're talking about women rights, women, etc.
What they're wearing clothes in like that? What is that show? It's a show. It's a TV series जिसमें लोग एक तरह के कपड़े पहनते हैं. मैं उस सीरीज का नाम भूल गई.
I'm thinking of the same thing. I remember the name. It's probably not the answer.
Okay, thanks. Give me 30 seconds. Okay, 5 seconds. Okay, one.
Buddy, take your time.
I get very irritated when people take a lot of time in this quiz.
Don't take your time. It's very infuriating.
Yeah, okay, I can't remember the name. If that's the answer. Yeah, my answer is that show where people wear those big socks and rights are taken from women, and it is on Hotstar, I think.
Okay. We'll see if someone gets specific answer. Then going to Kannan.
Is it Handmaid's Tale? Dressed like Handmaid. Yeah.
It is Handmaid's Tale is the
Oh, it was
exact
the
answer.
answer.
Living
Okay.
they were dressed as handmaids from the Handmaid's Tale.
How did it matter?
Yeah. So yeah, full points to Kanan. Sorry, I can't give points for
Yeah,
same dress,
Kanan,
but yeah,
Arey,
10 points to
ek to
Kanan.
de do, yeah. Okay.
No, I was looking for handmaids from Handmaid's Tale.
All right.
Even if handmaids word we are like so yeah, 10 points to Kanan. Presti was on the right track. It's about women rights, similar dress, but we were looking for the show name. Going to Dev now. Dev, when this film premiered on NBC over 2 nights in November 1974 from 9 to 11 p.m., the New York City Municipal Water Authorities had issues with too many toilets in the city flushing at the same time after the film ended. Which highly acclaimed film are we talking about? Fairly straightforward. The film premieres on NBC for 2 nights, 9 to 11 p.m. both nights. And then once the movie ends, everyone is flushing the toilet. New York City has a lot of issues because too many toilets are being flushed at the same time. Which highly, highly acclaimed film are we talking about?
Sorry, the same film was premiered twice.
Yes.
Okay.
Can't say twice.
Okay.
But was premiered over 2 nights. That's also a clue.
So people held their pee for one night and then the full day and then the night.
Godfather.
Yes, that is correct. 10 points to Dev. It is The Godfather. The Godfather was premiered on NBC and became an iconic event in TV history. 10 points there
The scene
for-
where he slowly closes the door. You're like, oh, this is like the bathroom. This is what I do in the bathroom.
and the wife is waiting outside the bathroom.
एक ही bathroom है यहाँ पर निकलोगे.
As an homage to the last scene. Okay. Dev gets 10 points. I go to Azim. Azim, the famous opening line to X is Y, so X is the author, Y is the book, is rendered so as to be intentionally ambiguous on the count of just that. Just what exactly Gregor Samsa had become. Through the history of its translation, it has sometimes been rendered as a dung beetle, a beetle, or as above, simply a vermin. Tell me the book and the author we are talking about. Okay. So basically, there's a famous opening line of a book. Okay. And it's very ambiguous, the opening line. And more so because every time the book is translated, it is inferred in different ways. Sometimes as a dung beetle, a beetle. And we are talking about some guy called Gregor Samsa and what he had become. Okay.
So Gregor Samsa is the character of the book.
Yeah.
Such a well-written question, It's really appreciate this time. Really appreciating the questions. How little hooks you put.
Thanks,
Really?
Thanks. This is my question, so I'm extra happy.
Okay.
I'm like, yes, written by my own. Very happy.
Yeah, I'm going to stick to my policy of using the same author for all literary questions. So again, I'm going to say Stanley Kubrick.
Okay, but I don't want to fill time. Okay.
No, going to Prashti.
Okay.
Is the book Dracula, Count Dracula?
No, not Count Dracula. Going to Kanan.
It's Kafka's Metamorphosis.
It is Kafka's Metamorphosis. Full 10 points to Kanan Gill. It is Franz Kafka's Metamorphosis.
Wow.
Okay. Kanan Gill gets 10 points, and next direct will be to Dev. Dev, this is an album we are talking about. All the artists in this album were budding musicians. Okay. The vocalists too were from diverse backgrounds, a Japanese, a Puerto Rican, and an African American. Released in 1987, which Indian was responsible for this jazz album called Pantera that he made in collaboration with Jose Flores? Okay. The album did gain a lot of critical acclaim, but was a commercial failure.
Yeah,
And,
because people thought they were buying a Pantera album and they were like,
Yeah.
What a strange follow-up, Pantera.
Yeah. People are suing them for like.
Yeah, just Dimebag Daryl doing smooth jazz. Yeah.
Okay, so essentially we're talking about an album called Pantera by Jose Flores and an Indian. Okay, this was a jazz album, critically acclaimed but commercial failure. And they were all the artists were budding musicians. They were vocalists also all the way from Japan, Puerto Rico, African Americans. Released in 1987. Which Indian was behind this jazz album? Take your time. Whenever Dave is ready, we'll start.
There are two names. Let me just take a guess with this. Which will go.
Yeah, even I have two names only.
It's
Pandit
the
Ravi
classic,
Shankar.
guys.
Not Pandit Ravi Shankar. Going to Azim.
What? That was going to be my guess. So.
Jazz. Is it Zakir Hussain?
Not Zakir Hussain. Prashti.
Man.
That was my second answer.
Yeah.
Yeah, what do you just? You're eliminating the usual suspects.
Is it A.R. Rahman?
Not Rahman. Kanan.
Oh man, that's if I thought a little bit more, that's what I would have thought. Who was jazzing it up in 1987? Who knows? I'm gonna say Leslie Lewis.
Not Leslie Lewis. Okay.
People.
We'll take one more round with Dave, starting with Dave. So, okay, I'll give you direction. So don't think of like, okay, think of music directors in Indian films. Okay, so in the same zone as Rahman, for example. So don't think of iconic Indian artists like say Zakir Hussain or Ravi Shankar, although they have also composed music for the record. इससे पहले भी comment कर Ravi Shankar did direction for Gandhi. But I'm talking of someone whose most like biggest claim to fame is being music director in films. Okay, so think that track just like A.R. Rahman. We'll start whenever Dave is ready.
Is this Biddu?
Not Biddu. Going to Azim.
Music director from the 80s.
Mhm.
Who were music directors of the 80s? Preetham. Fuck it, I don't know.
Not Preetham. Prashasti.
R.D. Burman.
That is correct. 5 points there to Prashasti. It is R.D. Burman. R.D. Burman. Rahul Dev Burman presents Pantera.
Oh my
Okay.
god.
So yeah, R.D. Burman did this.
So
Imagine
cool,
him
man.
doing Cemetery Gates. Wow.
Gates.
Pantera. So next direct will be to Kanan. Kanan, some people assume dash dash. So we're looking at a two-word answer. Some people assume dash dash is a reference to a major psychedelic trip he underwent after taking drugs. However, this isn't true at all. I mean, according to him, he says it's not true at all. According to him, it was actually inspired by a dream he had where he could walk underwater. He was walking under the sea when a dash dash, all blanks are the same, okay? Like all dash dashes are the same. When a dash dash surrounded and engulfed him. He further claimed the experience was traumatic, but luckily his faith in Jesus saved him in the dream. Which colorful, okay? Colorful is a hint. Which colorful creation is being talked about here? Which
Is it
colorful-
Yellow Submarine?
Not Yellow Submarine. Dave?
Oh, that would have been my guess also.
Can't I think of this?
Walrus. Something.
No. Azim?
So just give me a second
Yeah,
to think
sure,
about this.
sure. Take your time.
No, can't think of something. Pass.
Going to Prashti.
Is this Purple Haze?
What a great answer it is.
Wow.
Purple Haze, actually.
Wow.
It is Purple Haze. It is Purple Haze. Colorful creation,
Amazing.
drugs, and it is
Nice.
Jimi Hendrix. Purple Haze. It is, of
इनका
course.
नाम मैं बता नहीं
Hendrix.
पाती.
No, I was thinking of the wrong 27%. I was trying to think of what's his name? Jim Morrison.
Jim Morrison. Okay. Yeah, Purple Haze. Obviously, there is
Great
drug
answer.
reference, but he says I was surrounded by a purple haze when I was under the sea.
First I thought blue whale, by the way. I thought purple.
Prashasti is correct. It is Purple Haze by Jimi Hendrix. Back to Kanan now. Kanan, this is your direct. The Panopticon is a type of institutional building and a system of control designed by Jeremy Bentham in the 18th century. The concept of the design is to allow all prisoners of an institution to be observed by a single security guard without the inmates being able to tell whether they are being watched. Which famous Indian building was designed taking inspiration from Bentham's Panopticon?
This is Mela in the sense that it was the inspiration is from the Mela field.
Yes, also art, architecture.
Okay, sure. Sorry, architects in the audience. You're also Mela. How dare you? I don't know. Tihar Jail?
Not the art jail, going to Dev.
Is it the parliament?
Not the parliament. Azim.
Oh, not to do this. That was what I was going to say. Okay. Just going to say a random Red Fort.
Not Red Fort. Prashasti.
Is it Connaught Place?
Not Connaught Place. Okay, we'll take a quick round starting with Kanan. Tihar Jail was actually a good guess in some sense because we are talking about prison. So no need to think laterally.
Okay.
Just think of prisons. And we'll start with Kanan.
Yes, other prisons, of course. Given my encyclopedic knowledge of prisons, Kalapani.
Yes, that is correct. 5 points to Kanan
Should
there.
have said that.
We're talking about cellular jail or Kala Pani, both accepted. It is, Kala Pani.
I did not know it was called cellular jail.
No,
Because
that's
of
why
the
I wrote
Panopticon, they
both.
got great coverage. Yeah.
Okay, DKG gets 5 points on this. Next direct is to Dev. Okay, Dev, very simple direct question. What squad do these four
Come on.
artists belong to?
The Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
That is correct. 10 points.
Come
for
on.
Dev. It is
The one that I know.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Michelangelo, Leonardo, Donatello, and Raphael. Oh, nice. Okay. We go to Azim now. Azim, these are some Google Doodles dedicated to a European author who has been the second most translated author in the world since 1979, ranking between Agatha Christie and William Shakespeare. Who is the author that we are talking about? So there are Google Doodles for hint and the fact that he's one of the most translated authors in the world. Who are we talking about?
I'm going to say Jules Verne.
That is correct. 10 points. there
Yes,
for Azim.
I got one.
That is correct. 10 points to
See you
Azim.
guys. It's been a great quiz. Tada. Bye-bye. I'm done.
That is correct. Oh, what a quiz this was. I still think Purple Haze was the deciding question answer in this
So
quiz.
proud
Well,
of
going
you,
back,
but yeah.
because I was tracking every answer and that will be the defining answer. When people in 100 years later will analyze this quiz, they'll be like, Purple Haze idhar udhar hota tha. Same quiz that we've had. Topsy-turvy ride, as they say, but let's take a
No,
look at
I
the
was very
score.
consistently at the bottom.
But your Jules Verne was the deciding answer that decided which of the other two would qualify for this thing. Okay, Azim got 10 points in the second half for Jules Verne, so Azim ends on 10 points.
Yes.
Strong,
Thank you.
strong.
Dave had 22 in the first half. Then in the second half, he got The Godfather, and then he got Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. So Dave ends on the best number of all time, 42.
Nice.
Kanan had 10 in the first half. He got 10 for
abysmal.
Handmaid's Tale. He got 10 more for Kafka's Metamorphosis. And then again, I repeat, Purple Haze, I think, is the one that decided. But he got 5 later for Cellular Jail or Kala Pani. So he had 25 in the second half, which means an aggregate of 35.
Woo.
Gross.
Prashasti, who was leading with 26 in the first half, got 5 for R.D. Burman. And then, of course, like I said, for the 100th time, the deciding answer of the quiz,
Purple
Purple
Haze.
Haze. So 15 plus 26 Prashti ends on 41, which means Devaya Bopanna and Prashti Singh are the two people from
Oh,
this
wow.
quarterfinal who qualify for
Nice.
the
Dave,
semi-final.
just like he was a silent killer, huh? They were.
Yeah, they've had 42. He wins
Slowly.
this quiz, and Prashti is the runner-up. And bookies will be upset because Kanan was one of the strongest contenders to win the tournament. But yeah, one of those upsets. Thank you, Azim, for being part of this. Thank you, Buddy KG, for being part
Thanks,
of this.
Kanan.
And of
Anytime,
course,
buddy. Please allow me for
person-
general quiz also. I didn't know it was exclusive.
And Dev, of course, congratulations on winning this quarterfinal. And Prashti, the highest IQ person.
you.
Highest, I was
But
just
yeah.
about to say, many days I take time off and I think about how high Prashti's IQ is, because
Yeah.
it consumes many hours of my day. If people ask me, Karan, what are you thinking about when you look off into the distance? I'm like, it's Prashti's IQ.
Thank you, Dev. Thank you, Azim. Thank you,
Thanks so
Kanan.
much.
Thank you, Prashti. Bye bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Thank you.